Welcome to Hancock Conversations, the official Allan Hancock College podcast. Each episode features conversations with past and present Hancock students, staff, faculty, and community members as they share their stories, experiences, and perspectives on issues that matter to our college and community.
Hello everybody, welcome to Hancock Conversations. I'm your ASBG President Annabelle Ruiz, and today I'm talking with Emily Limon. A nursing major who found community and confidence through getting involved on campus, from starting college online to becoming secretary of the fashion club and exploring student leadership. Emily's journey shows how stepping outside your comfort zone can make a big difference. She's balanced a demanding major, mental health challenges, and life as a computer, all while staying focused on her goals. We're excited to share her story with you. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good.
It's been so long since we talked. Was it Pokey, right? The last time
I think it's been
the Starbucks when we were doing the little pre-interview. We were at the Starbucks chatting.
It seems like months ago.
Oh, it does. Was it months ago?
I think it was like 2 months. Was it before school
Time
or after?
flies. I feel like I have my calendar, and still I'm just like, literally, it goes like that.
It really does.
All right, we're getting into the first question. Can you share a little bit about where you grew up and how you ended up here?
Yeah. I grew up in the Monterey Bay County area. I was in a little town called Hollister, and when I was 3, I went into the foster system. And then I went through some houses, and then I finally met my parents, and they adopted me. Oh. And then my dad really wanted me to grow up with my grandparents, and so they lived down here in the beautiful Central Coast, and that's how I came here.
So your parents were originally, they made you move with your grandparents down here in Santa Maria, or you moved with your parents?
I moved with my parents, but actually for about a year, I want to say 3rd grade, I actually did live with my grandparents as my parents were selling their house. So my dad and I would commute to our old house in Hollister and meet up with my mom on the weekends. And then they finally got the house sold, and we all became a family again.
Oh, so why did they decide to move from Hollister? Just because of the grandparents?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was Hollister? Do you miss it, or like?
Hollister is a whole lot of nothing.
Oh, it's like country. It's like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
okay.
Like literally, I would say. I mean, I love my Napomo people, but it's very close to
I've only
Napomo.
been here, Santa Maria, born and raised. You were already taking steps towards college while still in high school. How did you shape your experience once you got here? How did that shape your experience?
I would say when I was in high school, I was a part of the dual enrollment, and so I had already taken, I want to say 10 to 11 classes.
Yeah, at
Hancock. While being in high school. So the transition, I wouldn't say was difficult, but it was a little bit of a culture shock, just realizing how much more freedom, quote unquote, I had, because you still have a lot of restrictions being in high school, and now it's like, wow, like it's just 1 or 2 classes instead of having my 6 periods and then some more classes at Hancock as well. And so I actually I took 6 months off as a little break, and I'm very fortunate I did, because I think I would have been burnt out. And when I came back, I only needed, I think, 2 or 3 more classes to get my AA.
I know we were talking about that, how you just did it all through high school. And you mentioned restrictions. Can you go into detail on like the restrictions part? Were you not able to take as much classes as you wanted, or what was the challenge?
I think exactly that. I think I would have preferred to be able to take my prerequisites, because I'm a nursing major.
Oh, yeah,
and
those big classes.
Yes, I think I would have rather, if I could go back to focus on my prereqs and then do my associate classes for my gen ed after. I think that would have made my life a lot easier, so.
I think I did one, but I remember them talking about dual enrollment, but it wasn't really, it kind of went one ear out the other for me, because I'm sporadic everywhere, so I couldn't. But I know some UDL, my friend of mine from high school, he did dual enrollment, and he got his AA while graduating at high school. We went to the, and I was like, and then he went off to the military, and the military pays more if you have an AA. And I was like, and then now he's back here. It's like this whole full circle moment.
How wonderful.
I know.
I mean, I wish that was me. I wish that was me, but
you did dual enrollment as well.
I did a lot. I still think, like, props to all the kids that graduate with their AAs on top of their diploma. Like, just more power to them, because I went to a college preparatory school too, and so it was.
Oh, it's like prep for college.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so it's like engraved. Like our first like required freshman class was prod, which was a career exploration class of like
career readiness.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Pretty much, and like figuring out what we wanted to do and kind of figure out your majors quickly and just see how life actually works outside of high school. And so that really was the first introduction, and then it just launches you.
I love that because I feel when people come to Hancock, they switch off. I've never met someone who has the same major and they graduate with that major. I swear to you, everyone switches their major and they just find out what they want to do. A lot of the people are like, they just go into maybe this, maybe I'm interested. They go into what their interests are. And I know we're going to talk about that later, balancing that. But then they realize, I actually want to do this as a job, like a passion. And so it's really cool that there's a prep school for that. I mean, I didn't know that. I was like, oh, dang, I wish I would have gone there. No,
Orchid Academy, shout out to you guys.
Orchid, yes, you went to Orchid Academy.
I did.
I went to Pioneer. We weren't rivals, huh? We were rivals to SF.
Orchid isn't really known for much. Other than their band and their education.
I know their class size is small.
Yes.
How small?
I graduated with, I want to say, 124 classmates.
That's it?
And I would say about 10 of them didn't even go to our campus. They were just online.
You can take Orchid Academy online?
Yeah.
I'm finding out this right now. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, there was like dual enrollment, so you can go in person for like 5th and 6th period and then online for all the others.
I know there is Hancock teachers who would teach at high schools. And my friend did that. She did math and then she did English and it was really good. Now I'm like, oh, I should have took advantage.
Yeah, congrats. That's how I got my history out of the way, actually, was both of my history teachers were from Hancock as well, and so I was never having to step foot in Hancock for that.
I took history in winter.
Oh.
That was, so during winter, I totally forgot about it halfway, and I was like, winter!
I took an English class during winter. In my senior success class, I would literally do my essays, because there was nothing else to do, and so I would do my essays, and then I'll never forget my teacher was like, perhaps go to the writing center.
Yeah, like, let's
look this over. And I was like, okay.
I started to realize my English was not that good, because I always got, like, A's in English in high school through middle school. And I got to college, and I showed my draft, and she goes, let's take you over to the writing center. It's really humbling. It is very humbling. It's like, oh, damn. Okay.
Wow. I was like
dang. That's what I felt. I was like, oh, no. That's really, I thought I was doing good, but then the ARC, oh, my God, their tutors are so nice.
They're so great. I
nice.
actually had them but help me assist with my scholarship essays for the foundation.
I did that, too, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness I went to them.
They will tell you stuff that I didn't even know. They were like, this sounds like this. This sounds like their tone is off. And I'm like, I did not know.
For me,
because you start to use wrong words. And when you're typing through your head and you don't read it out loud, then you read it again, you're like, oh, that doesn't even make sense.
I feel that because I was actually, to go branched off of that, I went in because I felt like my essays had no structure.
Oh, it was just kind of everywhere.
Words.
Yeah.
And so I definitely understand where you're going with that.
Yeah. I think my strategy is I have an ending. I think of my ending first, and then I go to, like, throw up on the page and then adjust it from there, like, go paragraph by paragraph. Like, what is this trying to say? Each paragraph has, like, it's like a part of a story. You know, like the act, like Act 1, Act 2. That's where I am. So you talked about your really busy school life because you were doing dual.
I was.
Can you take me, like, your schedule throughout the day?
Hancock or at Orchid?
Well, you took both. Did you take Hancock online?
Well, during this school season, I would take Hancock online, and so I would probably, whenever I had free time in my classes, I'd probably just do my assignments during that, and that's how I would manage that. And then during our winter breaks, because we had like 3 weeks for winter break, I would take the winter classes online.
Winter break. I miss it. I didn't take winter classes this year, and I was like, I was relaxation.
I just took it once. Never again.
I took one winter once, and I think it's for the people who are really brave and really strong. You have to check it every day.
You really do.
No, except on Christmas
Day. It creeps
Day.
up on you.
It does. You don't realize the work stacks up, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
I've got like 4 assignments due.
But I really do believe in the power of having a break. Because,
I think that I was going, like, off and on, not off and on, I apologize, like, back to back to back. Like, summer, spring, I always had a class no matter what term it was.
That's how I was,
and I just got burnt out so fast. I was tired. I didn't even want to do school anymore. I was like, I'm over this. This is horrible. And I was just working myself so hard that it's not even worth it. You're doing mediocre in these classes for what? You can get an A if you were just to wait.
Exactly. And actually, to go off of that, I feel like we're branching off a lot. I love this.
It's like a little treat.
It is.
It's like a little treat.
I love it. I love us. Because I actually this week, I had a counseling appointment, and I felt I was overdoing it with statistics and microbiology.
You told me about that, your brave soul.
And I just had to take it into consideration. I'm like, you know what? No. I'd rather not get a C in this class and actually just wait and deal with it and take it next semester and get a B than just try to get 2 Cs, because sometimes it's just better to just let yourself go at a slower pace. Yeah. And it helps with GPA and admissions as well.
I had, was taking pre-calculus and biology, and then I was also taking history, and I was taking, I think, something psychology class. I don't want to say community. I think it was free speech, something like that. Wow. And it was just impossible. It was impossible to stretch out my time all of those days. And then I have present on top of that. It's just and I have no room. I have no room, and you're just left with even now I'm like, oh my god, I forget things, and I try to put everything. I started a calendar, and it's helped a lot more. But I definitely figured out something that contributes to why that. But we'll talk about that later. Okay. So you talked about adjusting to high school. How was it coming from that high school setting to Hancock? Because you said you were online.
I was.
The difference?
However, during the summers, I would come in. So I had 2 classes during the summer.
You were a pro.
I was a pro. I actually had...
You come up to a lone student, I got this. The glasses, everything.
Well, one of my professors, she was like, I was asking her for help because I was just like, I'm new, I don't really know what to do. And she was like, you're so well spoken. I said, thank you. And blah, blah, blah. She's like, you look kind of young. And I was like, oh, I do? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, I am a junior in high school. And she was like, no way. No way. She was like, I didn't even know we could have high schoolers on campus. A lot of people
don't. They're like, well, I've seen some in my classes. They'll be in my level classes, and I'll be like, how old are you? And they're like, 17. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah, so, I feel that. And then I feel old.
I feel really old.
Because we're pushing 20 now.
I tour little kids all day, and I'll tell them things that I think are recent. I think they're pretty, maybe 3 years ago, they'll say, that's old. You're unk.
You know what gets me? It's Justin Bieber. Whenever I mention him, and they're like, ew, he's ugly. And I'm like, you don't get it.
You don't know. You weren't there during the time. You weren't there.
Like, what's Bieber fever?
One Direction.
Oh, they're like, who's Liam?
It's people don't get it.
They don't get it.
I think there's a big. I'm starting to notice the gap in age when I'm touring little kids.
Oh yeah.
And it's just it scares me because
in a way no. It's almost like grieving.
Yes.
Because that's like our adolescence just.
Also, I was talking with the teachers that I tour, and they have. When we went to school, there's a lot of things that they have now, and but I'm sure when our parents went to school, they didn't have a lot of things that we do have now. So it's kind of like a cycle. And when I was talking about them, they were talking about all these services, and I was like, dang, it really is that thing. Why wasn't it there when I was in school? Yeah. You know, like that meme.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, when I graduated from high school, they opened our new gym a week before we graduated, and the principal.
You got experience for a week.
yeah, for a week. But my principal was like, "Hey, are you gonna go to a grand opening?" And I boycotted. I am not a political person whatsoever, but I was like anti new gym. I was like, "You guys couldn't have waited. Just say you're delayed." Like they delayed 3 times during my time at OA, and I'm just like, "You could have just lied."
They were just waiting for you to leave. They're like, "We gotta delay one more time, please.
One more time,
one round." So, being online school, coming to Hancock, how did you how was adjusting to the social life? How did you get so connected around campus? Because every time I talk to someone and say Emily Limon, they're like, she's so nice. I know her. Like, they know.
No way.
They know.
Really?
Yes.
That makes me so happy. I really try to be a positive impact because as a nursing major, I'm going into a career field where I understand that this is the people's hardest life, time of their life,
and moment.
And I can make a difference, and so I really do try to be as positive and nice to everyone as possible. I think what really helped me step in was joining a club. I actually had a sewing class I was taking during my little break. It was the only class I was taking, and I was just like, Mommy, Daddy, I really need to go socialize with people. And I was like, there's an 8 o'clock sewing class. Can I do it? And they're like, no. And I was like, please, it's fashion. And they're like, okay. And fashion is the passion of mine. I forget that they don't know that. So.
Oh yeah, fashion is a passion. So the fashion club.
Yeah.
How did you get into it?
And so from my sewing class, I found out that there was fashion club. And I just joined the first day, and I was like, hi, guys, I'm new. I don't know anyone. And they just welcomed me with warm arms. And Raya, she was the president at the time. I just fell in love with her. She's so fabulous. She coordinates our fashion shows. So Fashion Club does 2 fashion shows during the year.
They eat all the time. I've seen the pictures of the first one. It was amazing. When Mystery had that painted dress, it was
oh yes, the splatter. She actually won, I think, the design competition.
It was beautiful. Because I was on her close friends on Instagram,
really?
And she was like, I'm workshopping this, and I was like, that looks half done. But as soon as it got in the runway, I was like, whoa, that looks stunning.
I think it was like walkable art, and she just took it to the T. I love it.
She always has the greatest outfits.
She does. She
Fashion
actually
club
works.
students have the greatest outfits.
They do.
So
they
jealous.
do. If you ever need styling, go to Fashion
I'm gonna
Club.
go to them and be like, please help me.
Yeah.
I do no logo clothes.
Oh,
I don't really like logos that much, and I still suck at styling.
No,
I'm not the greatest at styling.
I think it's just knowing what makes you feel good.
Yes.
And then starting with the color. And most people go towards black, and I feel like I should not be talking about this right now.
There's black.
I just wanted some
calls
bling.
coming from inside the house.
Literally. But most people navigate towards black, and so my parents own a boutique, and Mystery works at the boutique, actually. My mom was hiring, and she was like, Emily, do you have any suggestions? So I said, Fashion Club. And I was like, Mystery has mentioned she really needed a job, and so I kind of got her just a little push in there, and then Mystery did fabulous on her interview and was able to get on our team. And I think I forgot what we were talking about for a second.
Fashion club. Boutique.
Yeah. Boutique. Mm-hmm. Styling.
I need some stylists. I have a pet peeve about this with celebrities. They all look fabulous. I love celebrities, and they have stylists, so they have like things matched to what they wear, and so they look good in it. Like
you just reminded me.
Yeah.
That everyone navigates towards black. And so the number one thing that I always try to drive people towards is blue. Because I notice blue is like one of the colors everyone's willing to try out. I think.
It says it here. I love blue.
We love blue.
Hold on. I just gotta show my blue waterfall. I absolutely love blue, especially the color navy blue.
It's I think it's not too striking, but it still stands out.
It's not black, but it's almost like, I don't want to say muted, but kind of that calm. It reminds me really of the beach or river.
Yes.
Like the water.
Because blue does represent tranquility, I think.
Yeah,
and so I think people feel comfortable in it.
I think one mistake, though, is I do blue on the same color of blue pants. And so I just look like a walking blueberry.
I don't know.
I
love color on color.
Really?
You can always
Matching
do
color?
what I'm doing is the sandwich method. So you have black top, black shoes, and colored pants.
Always works.
Yeah, it does. Your outfit looks cute.
It was so hot today. It was burning outside. It's 83, 5, somewhere around there, 80. My car's in the burning sun. That's all I can think about right now is my car is cooking in the sun right now.
I feel that deeply. Yeah.
It's cooking. So how did you navigate, kind of rotating to the next question.
Oh, yeah.
You are a nursing major.
I am.
Yeah. How did you navigate fashion? Were you part of Fashion Club while doing nursing?
I am, actually.
Okay.
I currently am in Fashion Club, though I haven't been to a meeting in a while.
I know.
But it's okay.
I actually reached out to them because they're doing a fashion show, right? To hopefully photograph for them.
Yes.
I really hope to become a photographer.
Oh my
I sent in
gosh,
my photos, so we'll see.
I'll talk to the
I can't go to the
presidents.
meeting though because I won't be. I think that was the meeting today, and I was just bulldog bound. It was Sunday.
It was Thursday.
I just could. Oh, I had a lab. You're right. I had my bio.
I work on Thursdays.
I was like, please. A lot of the clubs that I like to go to, like chess. I'm part of the chess club. So.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
Maddie, the knowledge.
I always feel so studious when doing chess. I'm like thinking. I'm doing
you
every
should teach me. We could be like the Queen's Gambit or whatever.
That's how I started doing chess. Was the Queen's Gambit.
Is it good?
It's so good. I love the show.
I should see it.
It's amazing. It was how I fell in love with chess because I was like, she eats. She's better than all these people at chess. I'm not that good at chess. Online chess, I think I have a score of like 100. Like
you know
base
what?
score
Better
about
than me. I probably have, 50? 25. A nickel.
And I'm doing good. I'm learning the openings and stuff like that, but I do it with a little robot. So I'm practicing with the little robot and see if that works.
I played twice on Cool Math Games.
Cool Math Games has chess?
It does. That's how I found out chess existed.
Me and my sister play it because she wanted me to teach it to her because she thinks it's a very smart game.
That's so
And
Angela.
And Angela, my sister, yeah. And so we do it, and it's so funny. We do little voices when we're moving the chess pieces. We're like, we're moving it here. And there's I outsmart. It's bad. It's cringy, but it's funny to us.
I'll never forget, I told someone, I'm like, I love the horses. And they got so triggered because they were like, that's not what the horse is called.
It's called the knight, right?
Knight.
The knight. It's a horse. I call it the horse piece.
I'm just like, horsey.
Because it's a horse. I love the detailed ones where they put an actual horse. Have you seen those detailed chess sets? Not the professional ones. They just have the horse head. But the professional, kind of fun ones, they have an actual horse and then a knight on it.
What?
I kind of write it around.
Oh my gosh.
I have one displayed in my room. I need to take. I should have bring it and placed it right there.
Someone needs to make a romance book on this.
The horse and the what? Romance on what?
Well, the knight with the queen, and the checkmate.
Oh, the board, the chess, all the drama,
the mapping their relationships. Oh my gosh.
Why are we movie directors? Let's action. Let's start it.
I love that this started with nursing and then we're just talking about making a movie.
We're totally off topic. Back to your major, nursing.
Oh yes.
You're doing fashion club. You're secretary of the fashion club.
I am. Mm-hmm. I will say, being a nursing major, I have to make a lot of sacrifices. And last semester, I actually took a class in Lompoc. And it had me kind of, I think, culture shock me into reality of this is people's actual daily living. Commuting is a thing. And I think I was so blessed to just live so close to campus and just roll out of bed at 5 minutes before class started and just call it a day. And so commuting really made me realize just how hard it can be and how difficult it can be. And my class in Lompoc was during our fashion club meetings. And so fashion club was how I met people on campus and was my first introduction to campus. And so I think it was hard for me to let that piece go. Because I was
scared of letting, if I don't have fashion club, I lose all these
exactly, and now it's just, all I am is just nursing. And I think in my brain I was like, no, I can't be concealed to one thing. I have to do multiple things. But vice versa with fashion. I don't want to just be known for fashion. I want to be known for nursing as well. And so I think it just really forced me to accept that, no, this can be a reality, and you can still have those interests and still navigate through those hard times, but it's difficult. Every day I'm it's
like a superpower or a muscle you have to train.
It really is. I technically have my AA in lib arts, and I could just stop and transfer and just figure it out at university, but I think my parents really raised me to complete what you start.
Yeah.
And not give up.
Finish it.
Yeah. And I only have 3 classes left, and
so
I think
to
any nursing or any difficult majors out there, anyone in general, and you're so close and you just want to give up, I'm telling you, it goes by so fast. We're already in week, 7?
They talked about midterms.
I'm so sorry.
Like an urge,
I'm so sorry.
They talked about midterms this week, and I said, whoa. I said, wait, what happened? We were just on the module 1. What happened to midterms? So, 2 midterms next week, and I'm like,
and I think that also forces you to kind of lock in a little bit. And it forces you you feel the burn, but then next thing you know, it's spring break. Next thing you know, it's finals week. And then next thing you know, it's next semester. And so I think for me is I used to have really bad anxiety. Super bad anxiety, and I had such a fear of the future. I just had such a anxious feeling. I'm like, I need to get this done. I need to do this. This is gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen all the time. And to navigate it, I went into therapy, and that has helped me so much to see every day as just today, and to take it one day at a time. And I use those methods when I'm doing my classes for nursing and for burnout, because it's like, Emily, today is just Wednesday. Yeah. Tomorrow is Thursday. Your test is in a week, but what are you doing to prepare for it? What can you do and what cannot you do? What can you control and what can't you control? And I think having that mentality has helped me slow down and not freak out.
It's like be in the moment.
Exactly.
Because I saw a YouTube video, because I like video essays. I'm addicted to the video essays. And they talk about, we do stuff so fast. Like, we're eating while watching a video super fast. We're, like, rushing to do places.
I know what you're talking about.
And it's just slow down.
Yes.
Like, kind of, how do you put that word? Be in the moment. There's another word for it. Like, involve, or just, like, embrace the moment and just the silence and just slow down. I think a lot of us try to get stuff, like, done. Like, we gotta go, and we end up just not... We try rushing stuff so fast that we end up getting, in reality, nothing done. Right. So it's just like we're lost.
And to go on that, being at my high school, since it was a college preparatory school, I felt that every day I was there. Because it was just always, you're going to college. Why don't you have this class done? Like, you need to finish these classes. Like, your counselors will meet up with you. And it's a blessing and a curse. And that's when I realized, when I graduated, I was telling my parents, I said, I need a break. Yeah. I need to slow down. I need to embrace that one day at a time. And I think that mentality also helped me when I was talking about my statistics class and my micro class, to let go of one of them and accept that I can't do both and graduate faster. And that's okay. You know, because sometimes you just do need to take it one day at a time. And you need to, like, very much, what's the word? Prioritize your mental health. Like, during this time, because it's hard.
And me and Marcos talked a lot about that, our previous guest on the podcast, about how dropping classes or just saying that, you know, I can't do this all is really, it's seen as shameful. It's seen as, like, you can't do this. Like, you can't, you're supposed to be doing more.
I think there's a double standard on that. Yeah. For sure.
And there's supposed to, this ideology that if you're not doing the most, then you're not doing anything. Yes. And it's just, you are doing enough. I think I was talking with my fellow coworker, Kadisha, lovely lady, and you know her.
I do. Kadisha's a queen.
Rushing around for this event, and I was like, I haven't done this. Like, I'm still doing this. And she's like, you need to slow down. Like, you've done enough. We've done enough. Like, this is enough. And it's really telling that you have these high expectations that if one little thing happens, you tear yourself down. It's just like, it's over, but it's not really over. You still have the next day and the day after that, and continuing.
You said it so perfectly.
I'm trying.
You're reaching the flow state right now. But no,
I get dry mouth so bad.
No, it's okay. I've been having dry mouth, and I'm just like, I'm pushing through it.
I always yap. You can drink a water out. I love to talk. I love to yap.
I'm like, suffering the dehydration. It's okay. I'll drink it in a minute.
I want to get into therapy, because that's something that I explored recently. I know we talked about therapy in our pre-little interview, and I recently went to a therapist on campus for LAP, Learning Assistance Program. And I went there because for majority of my life, I have been struggling with some type, I don't know how to explain it. They explained it as eventually explained it as ADHD, but I didn't know what it was. I just thought I was, like, dumb. I just thought I just couldn't get these concepts, that it was just on me. Yeah. And going to therapy really helped me say, like, hey, like, this isn't on you. Like, it's just you. It's, you know?
It's how your brain
It's how your brain works. Yeah. And so that really helped me understand that, wow, I do need extra time, and I need to really kind of concentrate. And if I wouldn't gone to therapy, I would have never known. Yeah. So I want you to describe your first moments in therapy, because we did talk with Marcos how there's kind of a stigma around therapy.
Yeah. I am so ashamed. Well, not ashamed, but I did fall into the category where I thought therapy is for crazy people. Therapy is for people who have problems. And when COVID happened, I'm a very approachable person.
You are the friendliest. Oh my gosh.
I try to be bubbly. Like, I'm a very big talker, and I'm more than happy to talk for hours, but it's very rare that you'll actually see me approach someone. And it's because I'm a lot more introverted than I think a lot of people expect me to be. And so when COVID happened, I was on the top of my life. Like, I didn't
yes.
Yeah, I didn't have to socialize with anyone. I could just do my school online and then go back to bed, and then I had, like, my 2 friends I would call, and, like, life was great. And so when I went back into high school, it was my sophomore year when I went back, so that was really, like, my freshman year. I hadn't talked to a human in, like, almost a year. And so I was dreading it. I was just like, I don't know what to do. I've experienced bullying in the past, before this happened, and so I was like, they're gonna hate me and blah blah blah, and just having all these thoughts. And I never really said much to my parents about it, but I'm an only child, and my parents are very involved in my life, and they notice, they can see signs, and they would try to talk to me about it, and I'd just be like, I'm fine. And then they would mention, because they went to therapy as well. And so they would be like, hey, honey, like, we have someone we talk to. And I was like, no, like, I don't need that. And one day...
It's kind of like you take it as, like, an offense. Like, you think I need therapy, you know?
Exactly.
I think a lot of people go to that assumption to me, like, you really think I need therapy? I'm
Yeah.
not crazy. I think that's what most people think.
And as a 14-year-old who doesn't even know
Yeah.
themselves, you
They're
know, I'm like, you're crazy.
You're
You're the problem. And so, in one of my classes, history, actually.
Always history.
Getting
It's always,
getting those Hancock credits.
always history.
Always history. I just felt this sudden urge and just this panic, and I just started hyperventilating, and like for a split second I just thought I was gonna die for a second, and I had experienced my first panic attack, and it was so bad that the principals were willing to call an ambulance for me because I just didn't know, I couldn't calm down, and I was just in pure hysterica. And after that, my parents were like, enough is enough, like, we're putting you in therapy. And my biggest word of advice for therapy is stay in it for at least 3 weeks, because like you're not going to trust your therapist firsthand.
Yeah, I mean
I think that's
maybe
natural.
you're really comfortable with people, you just start throwing up all of it, you know?
Yeah,
But
and so it's hard to like build that trust and that bond, like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is hard, especially being that vulnerable and in that state. And so it took me a minute to go and to trust her and start talking to her, actually. And the one thing I learned is that a good therapist will never feel like a therapist. A good therapist will make you feel like you're having a conversation, not like a little venting session, you know?
I think people are really guarded, and I'm saying this from my own house, and I think going to therapy, you're like, this person doesn't understand where I'm coming from.
Exactly.
They don't know what I've been through. Why do they care? And so when they ask you questions, you have that kind of wall up. It's like, oh, it's nothing. You keep it very vague. But the more because they'll keep asking the same questions worded differently, and you start to realize, like, they just want to talk. And it's kind of, you mentioned panic attacks. I never knew what those were. And I just thought, like, why am I crying? Like, why do you start crying? Why do you start hyperventilating? What?
Right.
You just start out of nowhere. I had a test, and this was before I went to literally the same make or break moment. And I had a test, and I had studied for this exam. This exam was no big issue, but I blinked. Like, in the middle of it, I started crying. Like, my tears were dropping on the words. And I said, what's going on? Like, I didn't even know what was going on with myself. And that was the scary part, is that I didn't know what was going on. And so now I was like, I have to go to therapy. Like, it's just, you have to go. And you start realizing, like, this person does, like, I trust them. I trust them to know to talk about it. I'm not trying to rant to them about my problems. I'm trying to get them to understand where I'm coming from, and they can help me regulate it.
Exactly. Like, my therapist really has helped me navigate. Like, I'm so bad with conflict. I've been in therapy for how many years, and I'm still bad with conflict.
I will avoid it at any cost. I'll run as far away from it.
And it's hard because, like, I think especially as we're both people pleasers. And so the last thing we want to do is hurt someone's feelings. But I think therapy really helped me realize, like, sometimes you just got to speak up. And sometimes, you know, relationships will only grow if you allow them to grow. Yes. You know, and, like, every relationship is going to have conflict. No matter if it's romantic, your family, a coworker, even just this. Like, there might be conflict that comes up, and that's okay. It's just natural. Like, people have their own identities.
We're just like, why oughta?
Why oughta?
This is like the argument podcast.
We're changing the odds right now.
That was funny. That was a good one. I wish I had, like, a little band. I need that. I really need that right now. Like, little... I need the little snare right
We
here.
should, like, get the button. Like, that was
the
easy.
The button, that was boom.
Boom, that was great.
Or the little ding.
Yeah, literally.
I want that every time a coffee shop. I feel bad ringing it every time a coffee shop has it, but, like, it's like an urge. Like, I really want to tap it.
Oh, the little bell.
The little bell. I'm like, oh. And they're like, please ring the bell.
Please ring the bell. And they're like, don't ring the bell.
I'm like, oh.
They're, like, avoiding you at all costs. They're, like, looking the other way.
One thing I noticed, you mentioned conflict, is that I talk about this with everyone. I'm a chit chatter, so I love talking about this. And I've noticed how people avoid conflict, and it builds up into something worse.
It really does, and you feel it. You can feel the tension.
Yes, and then also people aren't truthful. When someone comes like, hey, am I mad at you? They say, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
That just becomes even worse. And I've really, I mentioned Khadisha again because I love Khadisha. She is amazing at handling conflict and resolution and being honest, truthful. I think there was a situation with me and some random person, and I just wasn't truthful. I wasn't truthful for how I felt, and it starts to build up. And I wish I would have said the truth, even how I say it. There's a saying that it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Exactly.
And I really need to work on that. And have you heard any steps or have any tips on that?
I would say I always start out saying that I'm sorry. And I always say out loud what I recognize that I did wrong. And in a way, that allows them to be like, because a lot of people, when there's conflict, right, they're going to be defensive, right? And so they're going to be like, no, it's not just that, it's blah, 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 blah. And it indirectly lets you know that maybe they weren't actually mad at what you're thinking they're mad at. They're mad at something else. Yeah. And that kind of lets you break the ice because you're starting out with that vulnerability. But you also have to be able to handle it. You have to be able to want to make a change in that relationship too. So if they do feel like their feelings are hurt by X, Y, and Z, you have to take that with pride and put your own ego away and be like, no, I want to fix it and mean it. And people will always see your actions. Always see your
over
actions.
Words. I always say you can say a lot of things, but it matters on what you do.
Yes.
I always, like, you can say you're doing this and that, and that's fine, this, that, and the third, but I want to see you actually doing it.
You know what? You can relate that to Hancock, too. I could say as much as I want, like, I feel like I need to go see my counselor. I feel like I need to go see my counselor and get my classes situated. But unless I actually do it, you're just saying it. And I think that in college, that mentality is like, oh, it's okay, I'm going to study later. Oh, it's okay, like, this is due in a week.
You're never going to do it.
You're never going to do it. And so I think, in a way, having that mindset of, like, no, I'm actually going to make a change. And my parents have always, I love my parents. I really do. They made me a strong person because it's a double-edged sword, I suppose. But they always say, like, you can't whine about something unless you did everything you could to whine. You know, and so they've never...
Yeah. I'm going to steal that.
Yeah. But it's true, and it's like, sometimes you do have to look at yourself, and you got to be like, did I do everything I could? Like, truthfully. Yeah. Or did I just stay up till 3 watching a show?
You have to
the
be
new
honest.
Bridgerton episodes, right?
I've seen the Bridgerton. I've only watched the one with Queen Charlotte and the King. That's
you
the
know
only
what?
one.
That's the only one you need.
I know, it's my favorite.
It's so good.
I've tried the other ones. I'm not hating, but
they're okay.
Not
it's
my
kind of
cup of
boring.
tea. Not my cup. Yeah.
The dialogue is a lot, but the new season just came out. We're
Really?
finishing it, and I watched it last night, and I was like, oh, I have this interview tomorrow, and that's a perfect example of I'm tired, but I have to deal with it.
I think one thing with the I'll do it later is I say I do it now. I'll do it now.
That's so good.
Like, there's no I'll do it later. It's now. So in that moment when I'm like I'll do it later, no, now. Am I doing anything? Obviously not, because I'm thinking about doing it later. I pick up whatever I have to do and I just do it now.
You just start.
I just start. That's
wow.
It's easier said than done. Yeah. Just start. But if you just, like, literally, not gaslight yourself, but put it in your mind that just start. Like, that's, like, oh, I have to clean. Pick up a water bottle and put it away. One by one by one. I think that's been my most helpful tip.
That is, like, so powerful. Yeah. You're just so cool.
Oh, stop.
You're just so cool.
You're cool with the fashion club. Oh. I was like, well, you're cool. We're just saying you're cool over and over.
It's true. We're cool people. We're a duo.
Back to the fashion club.
Oh, yes.
I was going to mention that. How did you keep staying involved? How did you keep, because I know you mentioned you were missing means, but I know you're still involved. I know you're still in the scene. So how do you balance that?
Well, it does help that I work with my coworker, who is...
She gets you all the information, the scoop?
She does. I believe she's the treasurer? Mystery? Is it treasurer? I can't remember, but she's on the board, and I kind of get the insight from her, and it's... Once you've been in it in a year and you go, and I was pretty much an honorary board member last year, I kind of just know what's going on just by some context clues. But my mom, she owns a boutique. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not. But shout out Apricot Lane.
We'll
always
you guys just posted a TikTok, no? Or I saw it on your story.
We did. Our UPS guy came in, and my mom loves talking to him, and so we did a little video, and we're like, "We love you, Michael." So, shout out Michael.
The mail. Oh, I forgot his name. He is so the sweetest guy ever. He delivers the mail around campus. He was telling me about his wife, and he's the funniest ever.
Is he really?
Yes.
They just brighten your day. They really do.
It's the most unsuspecting people.
It really is.
You'll walk on maybe someone at Testa, that lady, the register. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on names, but she's absolutely the sweetest.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Yes.
She has like red hair. She's always in a ponytail. Love her.
She's such an icon. I love her.
They're so sweet.
And she's so patient. I only carry cash on me. So.
Oh, so you're like with the cents, like.
But don't worry, guys. It's like $10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then the people in the bookstore, I feel like the most unsuspected people are so patient and so sweet.
Just Hancock staff in general.
In general, they are so.
They really are. And you wouldn't expect that from a community college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said you wouldn't expect that. Did you have like a certain stigma before going to community college, or what was that?
Oh yeah, I
know me and Marcos touched on this as well.
Oh, did you really? I love your guys' conversations. I feel like we're very intellectual people.
It was really. Oh, I can't wait to rewatch it again because I forgot about what we talked about.
You're making me excited about it.
I know. I'm excited. I'm like,
the anticipation.
But we talked about a lot of stuff, and we got into really deep topics that hopefully we'll get into later.
Yeah.
But he really did go into his backstory and like hard moments during that time at Hancock. So yeah.
Wow. Well, we'll have to look out for that.
I know. We're gonna when we get deeper. So we're gonna head back to nursing. So you're still active in the fashion club. You balance that with Mystery being your coworker. Mm-hmm. Nursing. You have 3 classes left. Mm-hmm. Did you double up on loads? I know we talked about it's impossible to double up on loads. But were there some times where it was just impossible?
To double up, like to take multiple classes?
Yeah, classes, stacking.
I would say, not really, because I had so many classes during high school. Mm-hmm. All I had to do is my prereqs. And the thing about prereqs in like the medical field is you have to take one class in order to take the next class. Mm-hmm. So I had to take anatomy before I could take phys. So I was in anatomy.
All the prereqs.
And then I had to take chemistry before I could take micro. And then I had to take phys before I could take X, Y, and Z. And so you kind of are stuck having to take it one day at a time. But I would say stacking-wise, I would take my electives. So, like, one of them was ASBG, which is how we met.
ASBG. Oh,
shout out ASBG.
I'm not biased. ASBG. Join it.
No, literally.
Mondays, 11:30 to 1:50.
Best time. Mm-hmm. Best time. It's just such a fun time. And it forced me, again, to socialize. It forced me to get out of my shell. And I actually found out about it through Fashion Club.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because ASBG oversees fashion. Like,
they oversee all the clubs. Mm-hmm. And so I want to say I talked to, what's his name? I'm blanking on his name.
Oscar?
No.
Andrew?
No.
We only have like 2 guys.
The one with the boot.
The boot?
Oh,
Henry.
The one with the boot.
Henry. I love you, Henry.
I'm so sorry, Henry. It's been a while since I've seen you. But,
I love Henry.
I talked to Henry, and Henry, I went up to him, I think, to give him a paper or something for like a club to get it checked off and accepted. And he was like, oh yeah, like join ASBG and blah blah blah. And I was like,
he's putting in work.
Yeah, he was doing the propaganda on me, and it was working.
You're like,
I was like, okay. And he was like, it's a fun time. It's kind of like a party every day. Hey, Jesse.
It honestly is a party every day, honestly, dude. Hey, Jesse. Oh, I was like, what's Hey, Jesse? And I just realized you were talking about the show. I was like, we have a Jesse?
We have a Jesse?
Like, where?
You said Debbie Ryan?
Oh my god, where is she?
She's making history.
I love her.
Stop our references. We're going to be called Unk right now.
Stop with the Justin Bieber. Back to that.
Oh, but anyways, so he recruited me, basically. And I was like, okay, whatever. And so I went online and I saw they filled my life skills elective or something. I don't know. It filled something for my...
Oh, it does fill in an elective, yes. Yeah. Leadership fills an elective for...
I can't remember what.
I don't know what.
It fills an elective, and that's all you need to know.
That's all the information.
That's all you need to know. Mm-hmm. And so I go in, and I was terrified because all I know is just the fashion people. And this was my first semester on campus because I didn't go with the fall semester, but I joined the spring semester. Everyone knew each other. And I just felt like the new kid being like, hey.
I think that's one thing I noticed in ASBG is that you have, it's 2 classes. So 111 and 112. and they're in the same like period. So you have the 112s with the 112s and the 111s, and you kind of notice the new people are like, oh no, everyone knows each other, but in reality, we want more people.
Yes.
We want new people. We love new people because we want them to be, like, we want it to be a cycle where the new people become the 112, and they just, like, it's like a, like, you know, like, how do I say it? When sororities have, like, a big.
Yes.
And they take care of their little.
Yes.
We want it like that.
Yes, that's exactly how I would say it was. I feel like Angela was, your sister,
Yeah.
was my big, and I was her little, because she really was the first one to be like, hi, I'm Angela, and of course she was the president, but she didn't have to. But she still did because she wanted to, and I think that really made me feel like, no, I think that this is going to be great, and that anxiety just went away, and I think I put that mentality of, like, you know what, no, like, I am welcomed here, and everyone has their own things that they're navigating, good or bad, and no one should put that above me or below me, because we're all just trying to get an education and just transfer.
We're all just on the same level.
At the end of the day, we're just trying to get a job.
That's the big plan, hopefully.
We got it. But yeah, and so I think that leadership really helped me get out of my bubble. And with Fashion Club, I was able to get on the Hancock social media page. And it was for Bow Wow, actually. And Angela helped me track out the guy for social media because I really wanted to showcase Fashion Club.
We're like hunting him down. Where is he?
And he was like, hey, I heard you wanted to talk to me. I was like, I'm Emily. I think you should join Fashion Club. And I did my little segment, and I was like, guys, I'm famous. I'm on Hancock. And then for Black History Celebration, KSBY came.
Oh, I know, they always come. I'm like, oh, I feel so famous when they ask me to talk in front of the... I'm like, oh, guys, I'm going to be on there.
I was on a mission because, as I said before, my mom owns a boutique. And I was like, wait. I have a newscaster right now, and our grand opening for a boutique is happening in a few weeks. I was like, this is perfect.
It's like all the pieces are lining up.
And so I got his information, and I was like, hey, can I get your information? Like, my mom is a locally owned business, and blah, blah, blah. And we got it set up, and we were able to go on the news because of that. Oh. And then, following a few months later, Fashion Club has their big old fashion show.
Yes.
And Dr. Walters came, and it was a huge success. But, we reached out to the owner of the boutique, my mom, and
that was really funny. Reached out to the owner,
my mom,
down the street,
being a nepo baby, I guess. Nepotism, guys. No, I'm just so passionate about local businesses in general. Like, on a very side note, like, local businesses, they do so much for our community, and I have such big respect for them. But anyways, they reached out to my mom to be a judge. And people were like scared that they were going to be biased towards my outfit because she's my mom. But my mom, when she said,
no, that's fine.
Yeah,
don't worry.
When she is in fashion mode, she was looking at the stitching. She was looking at the prints.
She said, it's going to be a 1.
Yeah, she literally put point.
Do they have those signs? Those big old signs were like, it's a 1.
No, it's all anonymous, and like we can't know. I don't know the scoring. People have asked me, they're like, have you seen the scoring? And I said no, but my mom said that she did do some battles. And I was like, oh, she took it so serious. But she was like, it was like Project One Ray. And I was like, yes, it was. And so I really love that Hancock is able to do things like that. And on the category of being able to reach out to local businesses and bring the whole community together, because it's a community college, right? Yes. And we are the people who set this place up, and we're the people who build it up. And so to be able to bring a women's boutique to a club here and have that connection and then branch out to other things is just really amazing.
I love that community college. I don't know why that never clicked in my head. Yeah. Community college,
yeah. And I actually wrote my Hancock scholarship about that. One of the prompts, I think, was like, what did you learn from college or something? And I put about how the shop and, like, one of the professors here, she is, I believe she does dance. Her name is Sydney, and she is amazing, wonderful, like, love her. I wish I could take her, but her class was during my lab for micro. Again, sacrificing.
Those fun classes are during my labs, and I'm like, no.
No, and the lab is just, like, it's like, put the water in, and you're done.
Mix the yeast.
It's just like an hour later, and then you're like, oh, this
You're
could have been
timing
an
it every
email.
5 minutes.
Literally.
Checking the results.
But Hancock actually had a bomb threat happen, and she was rightfully so a little scared, and she was saying like, I want to go to a place that makes me happy, and so she went to Trader Joe's and then went to Apricot Lane because she was like, your store is what makes us happy. And to be a professor from Hancock and to be able to find us as a happy place and again build that community
like
based
honor.
off of it was just, that's what more could you want, to be from an established facility and then go to our little boutique. Like, that's just, again, community college, putting our community together.
Every time you mention your parents, the boutique, your mom owns the boutique, you say it with such a smile and so you're so...
It's really it's a passion project. Like, it's my mom's dream, and my dad's too, but my mom's dream was always to be in fashion and to be an entrepreneur. And my dad did some modeling when he was younger, and my mom did too, and so they've
like
always...
modeling everyone? Like,
literally, he was like, honey, like, I did, like, one for Diesel. You know the
Diesel?
belts and stuff?
Yes.
Like, he did that brand once, and then
am I in the room with a famous, your dad? Who's your dad?
He's no one now. he just works at Apricot Lane and does his 9 to 5.
Family business. Family owned and run.
Yeah. But they really, I see just how passionate they are about it, and it just inspires me because I really hope that one day I can obviously overcome it and manage it myself. And I think that they have really shown me that you can, again, have your passions and make that a reality, but also have a different job if you want and not just be stuck in that category. So like nursing, my future job, hopefully I will have like 3 days on with nursing, right? Yeah. And then my 4 days off, work at the boutique and manage and have that lifestyle. Perfect. Yeah, and it's like fashion club and nursing major right now is like balancing those two out.
I know all that you mentioned. You are accomplished. I was like, you are accomplished because I don't
feel like it.
No,
I actually have a gray hair.
Really?
I do. I don't know if you.
Scared I have gray hair.
I can't move it, but yeah, I did a side part and I straightened my hair and made sure people could see it because I was so proud of it. I was
You're proud of the gray hair?
Yes, I was like, yes.
Aging.
Well, I'm accomplishing things.
Yes.
I'm getting things done or not.
Maybe stress.
You never know.
Never know.
It's probably stress.
I know you briefly mentioned, and if you're okay with talking about this, you mentioned you were in the foster system.
Yeah, I'm so open about it.
Do you want to go into detail about, I know you rarely mention it with all your accomplishments, but did it have any effect on any of your life up to this point?
It definitely did. I always have imposter syndrome. I have siblings, and we went into the system together, and we all just dispatched.
You have siblings?
I do. And, I mean, I'll talk about them. I just don't know much about them, but we all, it's kind of sad, but it's kind of funny, because one of my siblings and I used to fight with each other for the family, and so they had to, like, separate us because we, like, sabotaged each other.
This reminds me of Parent Trap. The Hunger Games. Wow. That's like a job. I was thinking maybe the Parent Trap, the Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games. And you're like, the Parent Trap. Fun and light, and I'm over here like,
you almost got my water. That was really funny. I did not expect the Hunger Games.
Well, that's what I always think, like,
huzzah.
Yeah, huzzah. But no, and so we actually got separated, and then my, their names were Tony and Nick, and Tony, aged out of the system, and Nick got adopted after we got split, and then I went to one more home, and then I met my parents. But I just always, and I talked about this in therapy, and it's always going to be there, and I've accepted it, but I will always feel like I got the better end of the stick, especially because I went in so young, and I am friends with kids who have been in the systems as teenagers and have endured a lot worse than me. But I've also had to accept that my trauma is still trauma, and that's okay. And that I was 3 without a family. I was 3 going to all these adults and, like, all these scary people, and that did kind of scare me a little bit, and that's okay. And so, yes, I do have a family now, and I have a great happily ever after so far.
Yeah. Whoa, the Hunger Games.
Throwback. But it's okay to also accept that did happen. And I want to be really vocal about it because I think it's very important that other people feel like they're can be connected to maybe similar situations as me. I know that one of our friends, he's adopted as well, and he got adopted as a baby, but he also feels that guilt sometimes of like how I didn't go through a lot to endure this. Like I just got adopted, and it does in a way really set you back, but it also is like, no, because I have these opportunities, I want to take advantage of them, you know?
So what you're describing to me reminds me of survivor's guilt. This is just kind of like how do you say it, like a fetch, but you're saying that because you went in so young and you were able to get adopted by a nice, wonderful family. I met your mom, she's so nice. by a wonderful family, you think that you can't talk about it because I haven't suffered enough.
Yes.
So that's
and,
what...
You know, and that's completely false. Because, as I said before, trauma is trauma, and that's never going to change. Some people went to war and got trauma. Yeah. Some people went to the system and got trauma, and that's okay. And I think that in nursing, that has helped me have empathy for others and really understand that at the end of the day, we're just surviving. As you said, we are just living to survive the next day. And I think another event that happened in my life was after I graduated, I had a classmate that got hit by a car and passed away. And I think that it really opened my eyes that you really don't know when your time is your time, and you cannot be so stuck on the past and let that keep you from your future, and that you really do, again, have to live it day at day. And yes, you should have aspirations and goals, but you can't just let life stop you from doing them or accomplishing them.
That was beautiful. I'm sorry about your loss with your friend. I did not know that about you.
Yeah, I didn't know him very well. So he was a classmate, and I was friends with his girlfriend at the time, and we did cheer together, and she kind of brought me in, and she's a sweetheart, and I always thought they were going to get married, honestly. And I remember when I saw it, it was on social media, and I just thought everyone was playing a prank. I was like, what the heck? Like, it wasn't even denial. I was just like, what a nasty prank. Like, why would they start a GoFundMe for him?
A prank, you know?
Yeah, and I was like, whatever, kids are mean. And then I read the GoFundMe, and it was like, please support his funeral. And I was in disbelief because I had just saw him three months before this, and I think it just really reset me to be like, Emily, what is your priorities right now? Like, what?
It puts into perspective that not everything's guaranteed.
It really is.
I think you forget when you're young that you have this invincible mentality, like nothing can really hurt me. But on the same topic of car accidents, me and my sister got in a car accident, and it really does put in the perspective, like, oh my gosh, like
you almost died.
Yeah. And it's just, thankfully, it was minor. Just the bumper flew off, but that bumper was so expensive. Just thinking about that bumper, baby.
You're like, it's minor, but the bumper, the whole front of it.
The whole, I mean, is it the back? Is that what we call the back? What do you call the back? That's the bumper, no? The whole back?
The tail. I'm just a girl.
I don't know about cars.
The back of it.
The back of it came off. And it was really kind of shocking. I was like, oh no, like that was craziness. But it does put in perspective that you're not invincible. Live life to every single moment. You know?
Exactly. Change your odds.
Change the odds. Let's get into continuing on that topic that you're not invincible. So how do you apply that to everyday life? That you take it by moment and you take it and like you grasp it.
Well, I think a great example would be today. Like last night, I was just having such terrible stomach issues. And
I felt so bad. I was like, I'm so sorry.
I was just like, I don't know. My body was just failing on me. And I actually scheduled you a message. And I was like, hey, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it and blah, blah, blah. And because I was in such...
asleep.
Oh, at 7 a.m.?
It was at 2 a.m. you texted me.
It didn't schedule?
You said that at 2:22 a.m. And I was like,
oh my...
I got in the morning. I got ready because I started to stop checking my phone in the morning.
Oh,
and I got ready and I was like, oh my god! I was like, what happened?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I thought the 2 a.m. delusion wasn't working or something. I was just like, Sam. But no. And so I was like, I'm not going to be able to do it. But then I just thought to myself, I was like, I had planned this for months. And I'm going to let a stomach ache keep me from talking on a podcast with like my best friend.
I got water in my nose, so that's why. It's
you're
like
okay.
up there. I'm like,
you actually played that off really cool.
I know, I should have bring it to. I always do that. I always do stuff. And it's
I
like,
was gonna bring my nail to attention, and I was like, I shouldn't.
I didn't even notice that.
Actually,
nail.
I was taking out inventory for Michael, the guy that we posted this morning.
Michael.
Shout out Michael, we love you. And my nail came off, and I was like, the day before the podcast, are we joking right now? But no, and so anyways, I took that mentality of like, I'm not gonna let this set me back, and got dressed, put on a cute outfit, felt good, and was like, I'm ready to conquer the day. And then
you have to have the mentality, I'm ready.
Yes, exactly. And then we actually ended up having to push back the podcast just a few hours due to scheduling issues. And
my scheduling.
No, it's okay. But it actually worked out as a positive, because then I was able to get breakfast and take time and actually take a zen moment and not feel rushed. And then now we're having a splendid time over here.
That's why I wanted to do this, because I know students aren't really, you don't get to know someone in a 5-second, like, hi, how are you? My name's Annabelle. What's your major? Goodbye. You don't get to know a student like that. You get to know them by sitting down and hearing their story. And someone who were to watch you be like, oh my God, she has the same thing as me. I can be her.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's if I had a motto, that would be my motto. It's like, I want to show everyone that they do matter, and that they are valid, and that it is possible, and it's okay, and it will get better. And it will be hard. And my therapist always tells me it has to get hard before it gets better. You know, you have to feel that pain if you're in pain before you can feel better, you know, before you can take the medicine and guide it. And so I definitely agree with that. You have to get to know someone before you can trust them.
You've given creative. I'm like, my brain is full. It's big brain now with all the information you've given me. What's one piece of advice you would give to a student watching this?
If you're scared to do it, just do it.
Just do it.
Just talk to that person. And especially, like, I try to start getting out of my comfort zone. So I try to compliment people more. I'm like, that's one thing that always makes me feel good about myself, is when someone's like, you smell good, you look good, you sound great.
Compliment goes, you don't know what someone's going through when you walk by them. Just a simple, I like your socks, could change. I know, like, there's too many to count of how many, just one compliment changed the outcome of an entire day. And I want to preface that a negative comment can do that exact damage.
It really can, and sometimes even worse.
Yes.
And so I really try, like my dad always tells me, try to give people dignity that you want, and just treat them with respect that you want. And I really do see a difference, and I really am glad that people actually have come up to me before. I've never met them in my life, but they've seen me around, and they're just like, you're so, like, a great presence. And I really take that as, like, I'm so glad I'm able to make a difference. And it starts is just with, hi, how are you? You look great. Hi, how are you? Blah, blah, blah.
I've always regretted when I've snapped at someone or been frustrated and I've snapped, but I've never regretted killing them with kindness, being nice.
Yes.
I've never regretted it. Never. Yes. And it's just always, I know it's really hard, easier said than done, but choose the positive way. To be nice. Like, it seems like such a simple statement, but it's so true. Just be nice. Just kindness gets you a long way.
It really does. It really does. You always give further with friends than you do foes.
And I think that's a perfect way to end it. So I want to thank Emily for joining us on this podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, that was amazing.
Lovely. I want to come back.
Round 2?
Season 2?
Season 2, we'll come back and we'll get Emily. We'll get a new story.
Hopefully I'm a nurse.
Nurse Emily.
Nurse Emily. I am a CNA.
Alumni of Hancock. You are a CNA.
I am. I'm trying to get a job.
You got it.
Let's hope.
Let's
manifest. Let's hope this ages perfectly.
Please get her famous, get her a job. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching Hancock Conversations. I'm Annabelle Ruiz, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for listening to Hancock Conversations, the official podcast of Allan Hancock College. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to subscribe, share the episode, and follow Allan Hancock College for more stories, insights, and opportunities. Until next time, thanks for being part of the conversation.